Hey everyone, this is Dan Charles with LiteForex. It is January 21, Tuesday. I'm going to do my usual breakdown of the major Forex pairs that I follow and trade, starting with the Australian USD. Okay, so as usual, I got a daily chart, a weekly, a monthly, 240, and we got a 60. And we have Australian Euro, Pound, New Zealand, USDCAD, USD Yen, and then the futures. So let's start with the Australian USD. Okay, so I looked at this on the 17th, and I said I was bearish. To me, it looked like it was going to drop, and you can see that's exactly what happened. Now we're at this key price level where there was some support. You can see here on the 17th and 18th we had a low of 68.38, so we're getting close to that level, that area. So we got to watch if we get some support off that and we get a bounce. But right now I'm going to maintain being bearish on the Australian US dollar. Just checking, just by checking this out, looking at this, it's hard to be anything but bearish. But of course, if we hit that price level or we come close to that price level, we could easily get a rebound. So be cognizant of that low. Let's take a look at the Australian futures. Okay, so the Australian futures, it busted through this low over here on the 8th and the 9th, the 68.59, but it's still holding this level right here. So this is interesting because this level of support is 68.53, and that's exactly where price is right now. So yeah, that's how you would play the Australian dollar. It's bearish, but it looks like we are getting some support at that price, so it could easily get a bounce for tomorrow. So look for that. Yeah, that's exactly how I'd be playing that one. EURUSD, I was bearish as well. So on the 17th, this was clearly bearish. But I also said that this has been a long, rangy candle, and we could get a bit of a rebound, and then we could come down. It's exactly what happened. So it came up. Anytime you get a long, rangy candle like this, you're often going to get a little bit of a rebound, and then it's either going to continue or it's going to just do it exactly what I figured it could do, which was come up, hitting that high at 1.1118 and then back down. But we are at the support price as well. So this level of support was 1.1086, and we're right at that price as well. The momentum after today is clearly to the downside though. So I'm going to maintain being bearish on the euro as well, but we got to watch this support. We got to see how strong the support is. It's pulling up right now as we speak at this price. Let's take a look at the euro futures. Okay, so here's the euro futures, and it is busting through this support price I drew in. Yeah, we definitely have to watch this price, and then we have to check this price out here. You see the low 1.11140, the low 1.11150. So that is interesting. So it's holding that low, but we're still hovering around the support price. Let me go back to the Euro USD for a second. So yeah, I'm definitely leaning more bearish, but we got to watch that support. Just like the Australian USD, we got to watch that support. Okay, Pound USD, when I looked at this on the 17th, it was definitely setting up more bearish. Without question, just like the Australian and the Euro, it was lining up more to the downside. This candle right here on the 17th is a perfect example of a bearish candle, and just the way it's positioned in the moving average, everything, it's very, very bearish. So price did come down, but then it held the low put on the 14th, which was 1.2954, hitting 2962 and then pulling up. And it's also matching up perfectly with this trend line I drew in last day, holding that price. Actually, I drew this in the previous video when I was expecting this bounce. But it's interesting that it's holding that exact trend line again. And here it is bouncing today. So if I would have made a video yesterday, I would have said this was going to bounce today, which it did. So going forward, the pound USD is a little bit of a bit rangy right now. So you can see here, we got a lot of lines drawn on here, but we're kind of in this range right now. So I would want to see this break above 3100 is actually the main range, but 3079, I'd want to see it break above that range, or I want to see it bust through this 1.2990. So right now the pound USD is a little bit choppy. Let's take a look at the British pound futures. And as you can see, it's just kind of up, down as well. We got this range right here. This support at 29.95. And then we're in this top of this range here around 30.92. So that's how I would play the pound USD. It needs to break above or break below. It's just kind of choppy. So let's wait on that one. Now New Zealand USD, I was bearish when I looked at this on the 17th. Just like the pound USD, that's a similar setup, similar candle. And usually when you get a setup like this, the momentum is clearly to the downside, and you can see we've been dropping. Now back before, I drew in this center line of the December New Zealand USD monthly candle. You can see right now it's holding that price, and today we're holding that low made on the 15th of January. So we got 65.84 as the low. Today we hit 65.88. So we need to watch and see if that support can hold, because if that support holds, we could easily be due for a bounce. But then we're very, very choppy. We're very, very rangy. So 2 days ago I was definitely lining up bearish, and it did drop. And it still looks bearish. It still definitely looks bearish, but we got to watch this support and see if that support can hold. So that'll be interesting to see if it can hold that support. Let's take a look at the New Zealand futures. All right, so there we are. We're holding this level of 65.91, that 15th price, and you just see that that level on the monthly chart, holding that mid-level, 66.02. So yeah, it's definitely, I'm still bearish, but we got to watch the support. So far on the pairs we looked at today, I called it perfectly, which was bearish, but we're hitting support, and we got to see if that support holds, because we could get a rally on all of these. Okay, new USDCAD. Okay, USDCAD, when I looked at this on the 17th, I was definitely leaning more to the upside. But when I looked at the Canadian dollar, it looked like there could be upside on that too, so I was going to I left this a little bit mixed. So I haven't been trading this at all this week, because it's just been very sideways. Like I pointed out, I've been leaning more to the upside on this one, but it's just been up, down, up, down, up, down. Going forward, it definitely looks more bullish. without question. The weekly chart is definitely looking like there's more upside, and we got to watch these levels right here. So we got 1.3079. We hit 3080 today. So let's see if it can hold that price, and because this could easily pull back because we're very up, down, up, down, up, down. And if we open up around this resistance price, we could easily get a pullback. So let's watch this 3062 price. Maybe it pulls back, finds support on that area, and then continues the uptrend. But as of right now, you want to see if this price can bust through resistance, and if not, it will more than likely pull back the next day. So it's kind of a tough analysis because it definitely looks more bullish, but we got to watch this resistance because it definitely could pull back before it continues the bullish move. Let's take a look at the Canadian futures. Yeah, so last day there were signs that it looks like this had more upside, but just like the USDCAD, we're really just, look how sideways we are on the Canadian dollar here. And we have broken out of this flag pattern that I drew in to the downside, but we're still just, we're very rangy. And looking at this, it looks like there's more downside. Definitely looking at the weekly, there's more downside. And when I just looked at the USDCAD, there was definitely looking like there was more upside, but we could rebound. So I think in today's video, the main thing to point out is the support and resistance. If those prices can hold, that will determine where price goes to next. Okay, the USD yen. Last day I said I was expecting a pullback. I was expecting this to drop, and you can see that happen. We looked at this on the 17th. Now I pointed out in previous videos it looked like we might drop on the 18th, sorry, on the 10th, and then on the 15th as well, just because we were hitting resistance at 110 when I did the video here. And then here, we were hitting resistance at this former level that price was having a tough time busting through before. Price came up, hit that price. But then that's not what happened. Price continued to bust on through. But then I was pretty confident that price would drop. And it was mostly after I looked at the yen futures. To me, it looked like we would get this rebound, which we got today. And I talked about the support on the 240. You can see we had this support at 0.0090975. And you can just see here on the 20th, yesterday, it came down and hit that same low again, solidifying that support that I drew in, and then up. So going forward, I think there's more upside on the yen and more downside on the USD yen. Now we got to watch this support area. What was resistance is now going to be support. So look for that around this 1.970, 69, 68 area for support. Clearly, if that busts through, this is going to come down, and we're going to get quite a big pullback potentially. But like the order of this video is, it's all about support and resistance. So if it can hold that support, it could easily bounce off that and continue this move. So that's the education in this video today. It's all about support and resistance. If these prices can hold, or if they can break on through. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Go to LiteForex at the link below and sign up for a demo account. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.